And we are live. What's up, guys? Welcome to the E-Estate Revolution webinar. We do this every single Sunday night where I go through everything pertaining to e-estate, get you all the brand new, fresh, hot off the press news, right? And just let you know what's going on with this great platform, e-estate, that we all love, we're all a part of, and it's so far, guys, it's been a great ride. I've got a lot of really great breaking news for you tonight. Lots of encouraging stuff that I'm really looking forward to getting into. And yeah, every single Sunday night we do this. I'm your host, Vaughn Morrill. What I always like to do, right, when we get started is I like to do a couple of wheel spins. All right, I like to start with a couple of wheel spins. So first and foremost, that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to go on over to the achievement wheel here. Try your luck. Win up to $1,000. Right? I've got 3,500 ETK, and the way that this works, guys, is every time you get 100 ETK, right, you can use that for one wheel spin. All right, and each wheel spin you get $0 to $1,000, right? Just kind of depending on your luck, right? So I usually like to do about three of them while we kind of open up the webinar. It's a little fun thing to do, make a little bit of money real quick, and it's cool because it's just all bonus stuff. It's free money basically. I mean, no matter what you do, like signing in day one, day two, day three, right? Or buying your first property, right? Or getting your first KYC, right? You get ETK for each little activity that you do on the site, right? And then, like I said, 100 equals a spin. So you can basically get free money just from being plugged in, right, and doing your work on e-estate, right? Whether you're coming in as a buyer, right, or you're coming in as an agent, however you want to rock the platform, however you want to do it, boom, you get this ETK, and then you can spend. So for my first spin, let's see what we can come up with. All right, $1. I thought I was going to hit that thousand, man. If I ever hit that thousand on this, we're just going to call it a night for the webinar. Second spin, $1.50. And last but not least, third spin, $1. Okay, so we added all those to the e-wallet. Go ahead and go back to the dashboard, and boom, there it is, $3.50, where there was initially zero because I've got some money sitting in my agent balance and also some over here sitting in my profit balance. So just got to send those over to the e-wallet. But now I've got a nice little $3.50 that I didn't have before. Right. And so it's kind of cool. Like that's just a nice thing that they do, a little fun thing. Right. So definitely want to get started with some news, guys. Okay. And the first one that we're going to look at is this one. And this is our e-estate profit of October 10th, right? So for property yields, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry, I'm going to get into all of it. But what this is the yields for this day, October 10th, right? The apartments in Miami did 0.39%. The regular apartments did 0.43%. Houses did 0.51%. Villas did 0.63%. Tourism 0.7%. Commerce 0.74%. Business did 0.84%. Land plots 0.9%. Development 0.95%. And business development did 1%. So definitely clap it up for that. Shout out to them for that. And moving right along, guys, every token is backed by real estate. Okay. In e-estate, each EST is backed by a vetted income producing property. Ownership is recorded on blockchain and secured by contracts. E-estate tokens equals real property, blockchain verified. Now, if you want to see it on the blockchain, you can totally do that. You can just log in, go to the website, start your own profile. You can see everything there, or you can join the Telegram groups. All of the BSC Smart Chain stuff is on the Telegram group, so you can check that out there. Every token is backed. Okay. Now, what this is talking about here is kind of the difference between getting into speculation, right, and getting into fractional ownership in real estate. So the difference there is when you're in a trading platform, you could do really well, right? Or they can easily blow the account, right, if they put in some bad trades. And that's what that is speculation, meaning A stock is trading at $100. I think it's going to go up to $110. So I'm going to buy a certain amount of this stock, expecting it, speculating that it's going to go up to 110. And if it does, then I'm going to make, right, X amount of money. That's speculation. Okay. With property, a property has an intrinsic value, right, in and of itself. So it holds a certain amount of value, right? And it goes up a certain amount of value depending on what the economy is doing, right? And we've seen some real great times to buy property and some real great times to sell property. Okay. For those of you who remember 2008, that was a great time to buy property because property prices went way down. You could get properties for a fraction, right, of what they eventually went up to just a couple years later. So anybody who jumped in on that, that was a good opportunity, right? And that's what this is talking about, guys. Real estate, earn every day. So eState is a next generation investment platform where every token or EST is actually backed by real income producing properties, right? Fully verified and recorded on the blockchain, right? And this is what e-estate is putting forth, right? And saying here. Income producing properties, fully verified and recorded on the blockchain. They have 10 tokenized properties. All right. Total emission 10,362,000 EST. Now each EST token is worth $10. Okay. Minimum purchase is one EST or $10, and that would be the Miami property. You can get in for as low as $10, get a fractional ownership, a fractional piece of ownership of that Miami apartment, and as that makes money, you make money based on your fraction. And same with all the other opportunities too, right? The apartments, the houses, the villas, so on and so forth. It works the same way. Your minimum withdrawal is one USD. So if you want to make a withdrawal for $1, hey, you can do that. Daily profit accruals, you got lifetime passive income. The way that works, guys, is after you've got your 8 to 18 months of aggressive income, right, where you're making percentage gains each and every day for 18 months, then it converts over to a lifetime 10% per year. Get 5% in one payout, 5% in another payout every year, right? So you've got the two phases, the 18-month aggressive phase and then the 10% per year for life. 5 investor levels, guys, 10 agent ranks, up to 8 levels of deal commissions, right? Up to 5 levels of client income commissions. So, hey, once again, you're not buying speculation, you're buying fractional ownership in real property that generates stable, verified income, right? Your real estate, your profit, your control. Okay, join the estate where every token is backed by real assets, right? And so this is a new graphic that they put out along with that explanation there. And I understand, full well, guys, that not everybody has the time to go and look at every single thing that they put out on the Telegram, which is why you come here, right, on Sunday nights. I'm going to give it to you all at once. I'm going to show you exactly what the best and brightest stuff is that's going on. I'm going to break it down to you. We're going to do it in a way that's easy to understand. We're going to do it in a way that's fun. We've got a community here on Sunday nights where it's like, think of it as a news broadcast for eState, where you're getting all the latest information and you want to stay up to date, right? Whether you're a team leader, whether you're an agent, whether you're an investor, or whether you're just somebody who's checking out the platform and saying, okay, do I want to do this? Okay, so you got the featured property, right? Our featured property for right now is the Phoenix commercial property. You can see it up here behind me. So I do have a fractional piece of ownership in that. It's doing very well, right? I can show you the numbers on it. Phoenix commercial property starting from $10,270. I believe I went in for a little bit more than that. I think I've got about 14K in the Phoenix property. So it just starts at 10K, right? Starts at 10,270. You can put in more if you want, right? And you're going to get that same percentage depending on what you put in. All right, real asset, real income, real ownership. Here's some pictures of the property. What is this, guys? If you look right here, there's a Lowe's. Okay, and then next to the Lowe's is this property over here, right? So whoever they're renting that out to, right, is going to be paying a nice amount of rent for that commercial space. For example, let's say you had a small construction company and you wanted to rent out that space for a warehouse, right? A little viewing room in a warehouse. Boom. There you go. And that's good money. That's good. If you own a property like that, that's good money. Ever play Monopoly? Those commercial properties can be pretty good. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. It's the Phoenix commercial property, right? It's in Phoenix, Arizona. Invest from just 10,270. It's a fully operational logistics and retail property. It's now available as a tokenized investment on the eEstate platform. It's a high yield scenario. Okay, so at a daily rate of up to 0.81% Monday through Friday, an investment of 10,270 can reach a total value of $32,476 in 18 months. Okay, followed by 10% annual lifetime income, all secured by blockchain transparency and full legal protection. Now, I do have part ownership in this. I've also got, like I showed you, the beach house. I've also got the villas, and when you add those together, based on the premise of yearly income, my personal income is just now above $40,000 per year passively, only on the property, only on the investments in the property. It has nothing to do with my agent balance. It has nothing to do with my team. It has nothing to do with my sales performance. Only in the stakes that I have, I'm at over 40K per year, based on the idea of 12 months. Then you got the 8 months after that, and then reinvesting, right? And then keeping at that 10% level for the initial investments, but taking some of the profit, reinvesting it after the 18-month period, getting another stake in either that property or another one, over 40K per year. That's that's a salary, guys, right? That's a salary. And when you think about passively, imagine all the time that frees up. Spend time with your family, right? Go on an adventure, right? Go on a vacation, right? Do whatever, get the motorcycle that you want to get, whatever it is, right? That you can't put a price on time freedom. Okay, when I was in college, I worked for a assisted living facility an old folks home, assisted living facility. And one of the things that rang true I loved talking to those people, the older people who lived there. I just really enjoyed it. I'm a people person. I enjoy talking and meeting new people, and they all said something consistently. I wish I had spent more time with my family and less time at that job that I worked at. And I said, but it's not all on them. It's not all on them. Okay, that's the way that our society is built. Our society is built to turn us into kind of wage robots, right? And this type of thing helps you break out of that. MLM in general, network marketing in general, can do that, right? You just got to keep getting up when you get knocked down, right? Eventually, you're going to hit that home run. That's been my experience. Okay, that's been my experience. All right. Special offer. This property bonus is going until October 31st, and we're going to talk about this a little more in a minute. But anybody who gets into this will receive an extra 1,500 ETK plus an additional 200 in the Seattle apartment automatically credited to their wallet. So just by being a part of this, you'll actually get a small stake also in the Seattle apartment. Plus, you'll get 1,500 ETK, which is 15 chances at winning up to $1,000, right? Which is what we showed you on the wheel spin. This commercial complex combines steady rental income, prime logistics location, full blockchain compliance, excellent choice for investors seeking long-term passive growth. The property bonus is available only until October 31st, right? It's the trick or treat bonus. After that date, the standard investment conditions apply. Real asset, real income, real ownership. Okay. Next up, I have a very, very cool piece of news right here. My friend and somebody who I've known in the space for a long time, Anthony Deloach, has just signed an official 10-year strategic partnership. Let me say that again. Anthony Deloach has signed an official 10-year strategic partnership. Okay, building the future of real estate together, eEstate, Anthony Deloach, partnership 2025 through 2035, right? How many would like to see this go until 2035 and beyond? We've never seen something like that before in the space, right? 4 or 5 years is the longest that I've seen a crypto in, crypto out platform last. But I've never seen a crypto platform quite like eEstate before, right? Just the way that they're doing things. And, there's risk in everything. And there's certainly risk in any type of crypto investment that you get into. You're never going to hear me sit here and tell you that there's no risk. Don't ever invest anything that you can't afford to lose into anything, right? That's the nature of investing. But this gives me a lot of hope that, hey, they just signed a 10-year partnership, right? Man, I can't even imagine the blessing that it would be if this baby lasts 10 years and longer. I mean, just super awesome, man. Let's talk about it. Official announcement, 10-year partnership signed. eEstate Group Inc. proudly announced a strategic 10-year partnership with Dream Life Financial Group LLC, led by Anthony DeLoach, right? I like it. Dream Life Financial Group, marking a new era of global growth and brand expansion. Under this long-term agreement, Dream Life Financial Group becomes eEstate's exclusive marketing and growth partner in the United States and worldwide, driving visibility, agent expansion, and investor engagement across all markets. Through this collaboration, Anthony DeLoach will serve as strategic growth partner, leading webinars, live events, global campaigns, all designed to scale eEstate's presence and solidify its position as world leader in tokenized real estate, right? Let me tell you one thing I know is true about any company. If new customers stop coming in, that company's going to be in trouble. I don't care if it's Walmart or crypto store down the street, right? I don't care what company it is. If you don't have new customers coming in, hey, you're not gonna be around much longer. So it's so important to have people like Anthony, right, who are doing this work of marketing, keeping it out there, right, reaching out, doing live events, right, all of the tireless work that he does is due a great reward. So I'm very proud of him, and I think this is an awesome thing. And like I said, it excites me to see somebody sign a 10-year deal because hey, I'm thinking in the back of my mind, hey man. I would love this thing to be around for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. I mean, hey, it has to happen sometime, right? Why not with this one? So together, and this is more about the partnership here between eEstate and Anthony. Together, we aim to expand the eEstate community of investors and agents worldwide, build a global reputation for real estate innovation and blockchain transparency. Okay, deliver measurable growth in buyers, transactions, and brand influence. This partnership reflects our shared vision to make real estate ownership digital, accessible, and profitable for everyone. Building the future of real estate together. Now, that is something that's also near and dear to my heart, leveling the playing field. Okay, leveling the playing field. I'm a Gen X kid. I grew up in the 80s. We didn't have stuff like this when I was growing up. Okay, if you wanted to get into real estate, you guys know all about President Trump because he's all over the news. But when I was growing up, he was this real estate guy in New York who did boxing matches, right? Mike Tyson, right, and Evander Holyfield, and the boxing ring, and have the name Trump on the side of it. That's who he was back in the day, right? But he had to have a lot of money to get started in that, right? There was no way to get started in real estate for $10 back then. You had to have money to make money. And it's still a lot of that is still here today. But the thing I like about these type of opportunities is that it creates a level playing field for anybody with a vision, right, to get into it, whether you're starting out with $10, $1,000, 10,000, 100,000. Hey, it's open to anybody, and it's open worldwide to anybody who wants to get into real estate. That's the beauty about fractional ownership, right? Is you're not buying the whole land plot, you're buying a fractional piece of that. But based on how much that that land plot makes, based on how much that property makes, you're going to get that same thing in the same percentage on what you originally put in. Okay. So Tiber has a question. Okay, so I presume no referral link until one becomes an agent or client. So for this particular opportunity, okay, you have to, and I'll go ahead and put a link here in the description. If somebody reached out to you on this other than me, make sure that you sign up using their link. But if you do need a link to sign up, I have one here. Bear with me just one second while I find it. Here we go. We'll go ahead and put this in the description for you guys. If you don't have anybody that invited you here, you can use this one to sign up. Okay. If somebody else did invite you, don't use my link, right? Use theirs if somebody else invited you, right? This is for educational purposes that I'm doing this. It's not for a bunch of people to click on my links, but the link is available. Now, let me answer this question, okay? Um, So for this, you have to KYC, right? So you have to KYC on the client side and on the agent side. And to become an agent, it costs $90 per year or $9 per month. So you have to sign up for that. Once you do, you get your agent panel, right? Looks like this. And you also can get your landing page, which is very cool. So if you go to, I should be able to look at my landing page here. Let me see how to do that. Yeah, landing page preview. Here we go. Boom. So that's what your landing page will look like. So you'll have your own website. I'm a level 4 agent. I've got my meetings on Sunday nights, the Estate Revolution. Everything is here, right? And all of my information, right? And you'll get that as well. So we talked a little bit about this before. This is the trick or treat bonus, right? So earn 1,500 ETK plus the Seattle apartments. So $200 stake in the Seattle apartments plus the 1,500 ETK when you get in by October 31st to the commercial property in Phoenix, right? So celebration of Halloween, eState is launching a new property bonus available only until October 31st, 2025. Commercial property in Phoenix, a fully operational building in a key business district. Warehouse, retail, and logistics tenants ensure steady monthly returns, right? That's what we were talking about. Perfect for investors who value consistent performance and low market exposure. Invest from 10,270, daily yield up to 0.81%. Property bonus 1,500 ETK plus a $200 stake in the Seattle apartment. Bonus applies to all investors who purchase commercial property before October 31st. Don't miss your chance to secure extra rewards and expand your portfolio before the deadline. All right, we're going to get into the buyer levels and the agent levels, guys. But before we do, I want to show you a video from our own Carol Peterson. And she's going to be talking about the triangle of success. And then we'll go over that a little bit as well. Here we go.
Hi, I'm Carol Peterson, Chief Agent at eEstate. When people ask me how we're changing real estate, I tell them about a shape, a triangle. It's simple, but it explains everything. One point of the triangle is eEstate, the engine where technology and tokenization meet to create new investment possibilities. Another point is ARDR, a community of agents and professionals learning, connecting, and spreading this new way of working worldwide. And the third is Eli Probity, the credibility, experience, and track record that grounds this innovation in real-world real estate. Together, these 3 points do more than form a shape. They create momentum. Each side strengthens the other, and together they build trust, growth, and real opportunity for everyone involved. That's the triangle of success. the quiet force behind all progress, and the reason I believe the future of real estate belongs to those ready to step inside it. Hi, I'm
All right, so there it is. It's the E-Estate Triangle of Success in the RWA Revolution. This is Carol Peterson, and let's look at it. E-Estate stands at the center of a global transformation where real-world assets, RWA, real-world assets, meet blockchain technology to create a new standard of trust and profitability. Three pillars, right, form the foundation of this ecosystem. You got E-Estate, the core platform where tokenization turns real properties into digital investment opportunities. You got ARDR, right? A global network of certified digital realtors driving education, ethics, and professional growth. You got Eli Property, right? Real world credibility and decades of experience ensuring every tokenized property is backed by tangible income generating real estate, right? E-Estate, the best environment to earn from real estate. So that is your latest news on some of the stuff that's been going on with the company. And now, with no further ado, let's look at the buyer levels. All right. So let me break this down for you. This is how it works. Now, you can make money with e-estate either on the buyer side or the agent side or both, right? Now, there's a lot of money to be made in both, right? And if you are going to plug into e-estate, you may as well do the agent because, hey, you're going to find people who want to do it. And then if they sign up under you, right, you're going to get commissions, right? And then as you build your team, the commissions compound. And I'll show you how that happens in just a second. Level one is the apartments. Right now, the Miami apartments are not on this page, but the Miami apartments start from $10, and you can view those on the website. Daily return on these apartments are from 0.41 to 0.61% a day. Okay, the minimum investment is $117. Active phase 18 months. After that, it converts to a lifetime of 10% annually. All right. Houses, 0.46 through 0.66% daily, 480 to get in, 18 months, then it converts to a lifetime of 10% annually. Villas, 0.51 through 0.71% a day, 3120 to get in, lifetime 10% annual. Tourism, 0.56 through 0.76% per day, right? 6,740 to get in, 18-month growth period, lifetime 10% annual. Commercial, 0.61 through 0.81% a day. 10,270 to get in. That's the Phoenix property we've been talking about. That goes for 18 months and it converts into 10% for a lifetime. Business, 0.66 through 0.86% per day. 24,590 to get in. 18 months and then your lifetime 10%. Land plots, 0.71 through 0.91% daily. 51,310 to get in. 18 months, then a lifetime 10% annual. Development, 0.75 through 0.95% a day, 99,250 to get in, 18-month deal, then it converts to 10% annual for a lifetime. And last but not least, business development, 0.8 through 1% a day. And we can see that there on October 10th, you got the full 1%. You got to come in for about $250,000, 255,700, 18 months, then a lifetime, 10% annual. So those are the buyer levels, guys. Hey, you can make money just by buying and sitting back, right? Or you can do both the buyer and the agent, right? All right, let's look at the agent structure because this is a pretty cool commission structure, guys. On your first level, you get 6% of whatever somebody purchases under you. You get a 6% bonus commission. And that means somebody buying directly under you. Now, that's your work. Somebody came and right under you and purchased. Now, let's say somebody comes under that person. Now you haven't done anything. It's the person you brought in, they bring somebody in. That's level two. But you still get paid, even though you had nothing to do with that transaction. You still get 2% on what they purchased. And that goes all the way down 2% third level, 2% fourth level, 2% fifth level, 1% sixth, 1% seventh, 1% eighth. So just in that alone, by having a couple of hard-hitting home run hitters on your team, you can really start to see your profits multiply with a minimum amount of work because you're bringing in those first few people on top, and then they're bringing people in, and then they're bringing people in, and it's creating an organization for you 8 levels deep. Okay. Now, here's where it becomes a real game changer, guys. You also get profit commissions on their profits. First level, you get 5% of the profit. So on my first level guys, I get 5% of their first level profits. On my second level guys, I get 2% of their second level profits. Not commissions on what they bought. This is on their profits. So your agent wallet at this point is never empty again. Because as they're making profit, you're getting bonus, 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 day after day after day after day after day into your agent wallet. You got to be at level 4 to unlock that. You get to level 4, you unlock these profit commissions. It goes down 5 levels deep. So this type of structure is really unique, right? And I haven't seen any other platforms that does it quite like this. So a couple of things that they've got that give them good chances of lasting long is one, the fact that they're converting after 18 months, they're converting that daily profit into just a 10% yearly profit. So there is a cutoff time for those aggressive profits, right? And that allows the company to continue to go forward even after the property is fully bought, fully sold, and then they get a new property and do it again, right? So it promotes long-term growth in the company, right? So they're not giving away more than they have. Okay, and that's how a lot of companies fail. They end up giving away more than they have, and then they run out of money, and no new clients are coming in, and then poof, it's over. So there's some protections from that when you think about the 18-month profit, and then it switches to the 10%. Okay, so that is a really good thing for long term. Also, the way that they have structured the levels allows us to be able to unlock a lot of opportunity on that agent side, right, as well as on that buyer side. I think we got a couple other questions. Let me check these out. Okay, so you KYC, pay membership, then you get your link. Yep. I just purchased last night. Congratulations. Everyone, please sign up with the person who sent you this webinar. They have the link. Exactly, guys. So yeah, there is a link. If you don't have one, you can get a link from me, or you can get a link from my YouTube channel, the eState Revolution, where we also post these webinars and a lot of other information. If you haven't joined the eState Revolution, make sure that you do that, just for the information purposes. But yes, absolutely, sign up with the person who brought you on, right? That's the whole name of the game when it comes to this. I love and appreciate you guys. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next week at the same time, 6 p.m. Central Time. Take care.